Liberians in Indiana will be celebrating July 26th. July 26th, this is April. Let's go. Let's go. At the park, we talking about Wyoming. For Wisconsin. Whatever you're looking for in the United States, welcome to Open Table. Yeah, the table is open for the discussion. Issue presented. Like what we're talking about, great mountain of love power. We're talking about great mountain of love power. Don't be mad talking about God. We're talking about my people are not for grandpastor. We're talking about man who gave up to you. We are talking about impact. We are talking about everywhere. We are talking about the great mountain of Liberia to Indiana will be celebrating 177. Liberia is getting old, very old. YouTube channel, Open Table YouTube channel, everywhere else you can catch Jiman's Place live Monday, 7:30 p.m. But we are here right now. We're hanging out with a very, very important person. Someone very important. You please put the president to where he's supposed to be because we'll be talking with him. I mean, thank you very much. The president have the bigger space because that's the president. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the president of Librarians Association of Indiana, LAI. He's here with us. So we'll be discussing with him and he will be telling us about the weeks ahead. We are here. Today is a privilege. Wherever you are watching from, we'll allow Mr. Parker to introduce himself and then Jan can introduce himself and then we can keep the ball rolling. Mr. Parker, go ahead.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. To the chairman, Mr. Joseph Sele Jr., And Mr. Nyan Vulule, I want to say thank you for this opportunity. My name is Julius K. Parker Sr., President of the Liberian Association of Indian. I'm here today to talk about the upcoming events that we have here in our community. And so I just want to thank you again for the opportunity, for affording me this opportunity to come on your show to talk about our community.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, quick question for the audience. Are you a city boy or you from when we say city boy in Liberia, we're talking about people in Monserrado. So we know all the other
Well,
countries get that city, we know Bonga, Banga and everything. The only
to
city
be
we know about is
to be to be to be honest, I grew up in many places in Liberia. I was born in Cape Mount. I grew up in Bon County, and spent the latter part of my life before coming to the U.S. I spent it in Monterey County in Monrovia.
Okay, thank you very much.
So
So
I'm all over the place.
yeah, that's good. You've been to so many places. That's a good thing too. I mean, it's a strength in yourself because you get to mess with a lot of culture and you can
Yes.
adapt. It shows how much you are willing to adapt and how much you are willing to learn from
Yeah,
different people,
definitely.
different tribes. So that's important. Yeah, it's good to have you back. You are looking like Kofi from Ghana. I think the sun in Florida did well to you. Make you to be a real black diamond. Yeah,
I know.
introduce yourself.
Yes, yes, it is. It is a privilege to be on the platform today with the Honorable President, Mr. Julius K. Parker, on here today. My name is Nyan Volule from the city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Here, like you said, I just arrived this morning from Florida, Orlando specifically. You know, I took the kids over there at Disney's World. The kids have fun for the few past few days. They were there having fun. The sun over there is about 112.99 degree. When we say real heat, the real heat, sometimes we be crying from heat here. Go to Florida, you will feel what real heat is. But we survive it and we're back. We're back. We want to say thank God for safe arrival this morning and with the family. And I'm back on base right here on Open Table. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's Yan. Yan Bullet. That's Yan. Yan is going to be the one you can reach out to. You can talk to whenever you want to have a space on Open Table or whenever you want to appear on Open Table. Yan is the one running things here at Open Table. And it's a good thing, Yan. Please make that something that you do on a regular to take the kids on vacation. Vacation is good. We can just be working in America and not taking time for our family and for ourselves. A matter of fact, it's good for your mental health. It's good to have you back. Thank God for safe arrival, especially traveling with all your kids and your wife and Jibwe and his wife as well and his family. We tell God thank you for bringing you guys back safely. And it's good to have you here today on a Saturday. Mr. Parker, thank you very much again for hanging out with us on a Saturday. We see that maybe the position is giving you a little bit extra grade. I don't know. I can't remember you having a lot of grade here on the beer, but it comes with the position.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. I told somebody, I said, if you see, well, Obama looked at himself when he was running campaign in 08, before he got in power 08, he was a very young guy with a lot of swag and a lot of pep in his voice. Said, and right after 8 years, he became automatically an adult, like an elder now, like all great. But that's a good thing about leadership. So it's a good thing to have you here. The thing is, you have to lead. If you don't lead, and then others who are not capable or who are afraid to do so will not step up and will have a war or a vacuum. So the thing about leadership is hard whenever you step to the platform or you take a step forward to lead, that's when people that don't know you much will criticize you. But criticism is good with the territory. So, but we are going to focus here now on Liberia at 177. You are a president of Liberia or association in Indiana or Liberians in Indiana. Born in Liberia, we are pretty sure that you know the history about Liberia. And here we are now, Liberia 177. First, tell us some of the highs and lows like about Liberia first before we dive into our activities about what we want to do for Liberians in Indiana. Let's talk a little bit about Liberia at 177.
Well, Liberia as a nation, has come a long way. We've been through our highs and through our lows. You know, as you all know, we've been through 17 years of devastating civil war, and the war brought a lot of challenges to us as Liberians. But we've overcome war in Liberia, and Liberia, I believe, has great potential, and we are heading for a better days. And so, in spite of everything that we've been through as a nation, we still have a lot of opportunities to make progress. So I just want to admonish all Liberians, no matter what you are going through right now, that there are better things in store for us as a people, as a nation. And so let us all remain optimistic and hope for the better future of our country.
Thank you very much. That's the war. I love the war you end with. Let us remain optimistic. That's the thing about Liberia. I always tell people Liberia is a very youthful country. If you look at the age right now, there's hope. There's hope, but we just need to get it right, and we will get it right at some point in time. So let's talk about Liberians in India. First and foremost, thank you. You have been a president for a year and maybe 6 months, if I'm not
A year
mistaken.
and a half, yes.
Year and a half. What are some of the challenges and some of the excitement that comes with the job of president and so far?
Well, you know, it's one thing to be a leader, and it's one thing to be to be working behind the scenes. I've always worked behind the scenes since I came into this community. I've been part of the association, but taking up the mantle as the head of the association is has taught me a whole different lesson. Leadership is tough. Leadership is tough. Sometimes you learn that people who you think will stand by you uh, every step of the way will let you down at some point because you as a leader, yes, you bear the vision of this of the organization, but you need people to execute or implement those visions. And if those people are not stepping forth to help you implement those visions, it makes it very difficult. So those are some of the challenges. But for the most part, as an organization, we've come a long way in spite of the challenges in terms of the number of deaths we've had in our that we've been this community has been hard hit. You all know from last year even until up to this year, we've been through several deaths, and a lot of family, including mine, have been bereaved, and we are still dealing with our bereavement. We're still going through our loss. But in spite of all of that, we are resolved. We are resolved as a people, as a community, to pick up the pieces and move forward. Okay, we will not allow those challenges to tear us apart or bring us down. Um, you know, we as a people, we always have to remain strong and pick up those challenges or those difficulties that you encounter in life. Try to stand firm and move forward. And so we will try to execute whatever we say we're going to implement as leaders. Thank God I still have a strong team of people around me who still believe in our vision. And by the end of our term, we'll make sure that we implement some of those things that we said we're gonna do.
Thank you very much. Yeah, go ahead. Not with the president.
Yeah, Mr. President, thank you for coming on here, as always, to update the community about the happenings within the association, and updating every activity that has been going on under your leadership as president of the association. Mr. President, Liberian Independence Day, is around the corner. In few days' time, we'll be celebrating Liberian 177, birthday, Independence Day. So, what are some of the activities you have in place to engage the community with, you know, for this 177 Independence Day program?
So as you rightly said, Liberia turns 177 years old on Friday, July 26th, next week Friday. But as an association, the Liberian Association of Indiana, we will start to celebrate um the the our independence, our country's independence, starting Friday. I mean, not Friday, but as of Saturday, next week Saturday, July 27. Now we have some activities that, I mean, to highlight our I mean this year's independence. So as of Saturday, there will be a park activity. The park activity will be at the park. Help me is say what's the name of the park again?
Central
Central Park.
Park, Central Park
Central
in
Park.
Canby.
Central Park in Canby. So there will be lots of activities there. There will be food sale. There will be games, soccer game, kickball, as well as we're gonna have activities for the kids this year. In the past years, we have never really focused on the kids. So this year we decided as an association to kind of entertain the kids. So we're gonna have bounce house for the kids. We're also gonna have free food for the kids. And so we are asking the parents to come out and bring your children. Bring your children. Let us try to introduce our children to our culture. Because if we start to introduce the kids now to our culture, they will it will become ingrained in them so that when they grow up, it becomes part and parcel of them. So they won't forget our culture. So there'll be lots of Liberian foods, I believe, and the ways and means they have a flyer out there for vendors who want to sell on that day. Members, I believe, if you are a member, up member who's current on your due is only $35, I believe, and then if you are not current on your due is $45. So, but we encouraging all everybody to now that I also believe there's a deadline to make a payment if you want to sell at the park. The deadline is next week, Thursday, July 25th. So if you want to sell, do not wait until Saturday morning to go and say, oh, I brought my stuff to sell. If you don't pay your 35 or your $45, you will not be allowed to sell. So I want the message to go out there, to everybody. Please, if you want to sell your food or whatever you want to sell, please make sure you contact Patience Canibet, who is the Ways and Means co-chair, and make sure to register before Saturday. The deadline, again, as I said, is next Thursday, July 25th.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Like, the president is telling you the deadline, for vendors who want to sell their goods, food, and other stuff at the park on the 27th at the Central Park right here in Canby. You will have to make that payment of that vendor fee for on Thursday, this coming Thursday, right? Or next Thursday.
That's yeah, next Thursday the 25th.
This
Next
coming
Thursday.
this coming
Yeah,
Thursday is still the same. I mean,
yeah, this coming Thursday. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same.
All right. This coming Thursday. So Mr. Parker, a lot of Liberians in Indiana are complaining that why the 26 did not happen, the 26 program did not happen on the same week of the 26, the weekends of the 26, and it have been pushed to July, the ball have been pushed to August the 10th. Is there any explanation to clear the doubt of the Liberians in Indiana that I'm still wondering why they carried that far in August the 10th?
August the 10th, yes.
Mhm.
Well, trust me, we would have loved to have the Independence Ball around the same time that we are celebrating. We've always celebrated our ball, our Independence Ball, um, before the park activity. In the past, we usually celebrate the ball on a Saturday and then the park day on a Sunday. Unfortunately for us this year, we could not find a hall. There was no available hall in the month of July. All right. So we reached out to as many halls as possible, but they were all booked for July. So the earliest availability was the uh the 10th of August. And so this is why. That's the reason why. It was not our intention to have it, uh, in August. So we want to, ask the community to please reason with us this year. Hopefully by next year, we will try to make arrangements to make sure to celebrate it around the July 26th or July 28th. I believe next year, maybe the July 26th is going to fall on a Saturday because since this year is a Friday, I believe it's going to fall on Saturday next year. So we hope to have a hall by then and so that we can celebrate our Independence Ball on that Saturday. So that's the reason why we could not celebrate it in July and we had to push it up to August the 10th.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman?
All right. Thank you very much for clarifying that. I think that's why there is a need for us to have our own hall. I know that is something that probably has been on your table, and it probably will be on the table of incoming president as well, because having a hall is very important, and this is why we are going through what we are going through now. But nonetheless, those who love Liberia, love to be around Liberians, will adjust their schedule accordingly for us to celebrate. The ball is a very unique part of the whole celebration.
Right.
We cannot just have the park activity without the ball. And so, thank you, Mr. President, for at least making sure that we don't skip that very important part of the celebration, the ball. Though it will come a few weeks after or a few days after, but it's important. And it's a good thing that, first and foremost, that you are here again on your feet and doing this and back to your leadership. Again, you are always in our thoughts and prayers. You been mentioned about Liberians in Indiana going through a lot. Uh, it's been a long stretch of a year for us, for Liberians in Indiana. We faced many challenges, but we came together and we handled them accordingly. The rest is up to us to deal with personally. We know that. Like for some who are still grieving and will still be grieving, grieving is a individual process. Everybody got to deal with it at their own time. So, Mr. President, first and foremost, we tell you thank you for coming over here or for us to hear your voice again. It brings our hope, and courage that you can still do this in spite of all that you have been through. So let's talk about the event right after the park. We know you said Central Park is the park activity. All right.
Yes.
Central Park again. We'll reiterate that to people, vendors. The deadline is Thursday. The deadline is Thursday, this coming Thursday, for you to book a spot, a table. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Should they be called in to ask about the type of food? Because I overheard like there will be not more than two persons selling the same food. Like
Yes.
5 persons
So
can be selling cassava lee or 10
okay.
persons selling chibi.
I mean, unfortunately, the Ways and Means chair or the co-chair they're not on tonight today. I would have hoped for them to be here, but um, this is what in order to avoid um two or more people selling the same food items, because we want to give people the opportunity to to get a money's worth. So whatever you are selling, we want it to sell on that day. So to do that, we are going to be we are going to be restricting the full sale to one person per item. So if you want to sell, say for example, donuts, okay, you it's only you going to be selling donuts on that day. All right. So once you register, you're going to tell patients who is a Ways and Means co-chair, you're going to tell her what you're going to be selling. So she's going to mark it down. Matter of fact, hopefully this week or so, maybe today or tomorrow, patients going to start posting the list out there of who's going to be selling what. That way, once the list is posted in on all the platforms, people will see it and then they will know that John Brown is selling this. Mary Paul is selling this. So that way there will be no confusion. So when you come on that day, we know that John Brown, you are selling this. Excuse me, John Brown is selling this item. So hopefully that will avoid the confusion. So yes, there will be no two or more persons selling the same food item.
Okay. Yeah. So again, yeah, the president is saying at least that restriction applies to food items, right? But not dry goods. Am I right?
Um, I don't want to believe no, not dry good. I think it's just food item.
Okay, food items. Okay. Oh, that's good. Because again, it's a good thing that you guys are at least minimizing the competition for those food items, and then because the thing is like when people pay for that spot, they want to sell that and make profit. It's in a sense like a business also. Yeah, we hope that patient will pull that thing out for us to know about. For those that want to carry that stuff whatsoever, because we have so many dry red experts in the community. I'm one of them. I don't know if I'll say dry red that day, but I know young people like GB. I don't know if Jennifer is a GB expert, but we'll see. Maybe Jennifer will get a table for GB. Let's talk about the next day after Saturday, the 5 day.
So yeah, so
We
after
have on the flyer about
there'll be a Thanksgiving and intercessory service on Sunday, July 28th, and that service is a joint venture. The Liberian Christian Assembly in collaboration with the Liberian Association. So, but it is a community wide event. So, the entire community is invited, and that service is going to be held at the Judah International Ministries, right here on Hannah Avenue. So again, we are asking the entire community to come. Let us worship God in spirit and in truth, giving Him thanks for bringing us thus far as a community and also as a nation.
okay. So you are saying, the communities of John Vention service on a Sunday. We'll
Yes.
be worshiping together, praying for the community, praying for Liberia. A matter of fact, telling God thank you. And while thanking Him, we can, according to Bible, Jan is the minister on here, but I think I know a little bit of Bible. The Bible said that we should cast our care upon Him because He cared for us. I think something like that along those lines. So we bring our burdens to the church, and we leave it there for God. So this is in collaboration with the
All
pastoral or the Christian assembly.
the Christian Assembly. So all the Liberian churches we have in our community. And let me say this. The churches, all the Liberian churches will be closed on that day. So everybody will be worshiping at that particular church that Sunday morning. The service starts at 10 a.m. So there'll be no service here at Life Connect. There'll be no service here at Judah International. I mean, not Judah Dan, but all the other churches. Let me not go down the list. But
No
all the
Calvary,
Liberian
no
churches,
Calvary, no Green Pasture, no
no
Love
green
Net,
pasture. We are all
no All
assembling.
Assembly.
We are all assembling at one church that Sunday morning at Judah International.
Okay. So that's unique. That's a very good thing that all the churches in Indiana will be under one roof.
Right.
That Sunday, Judah International. You got to come to Judah International or Judah International. Even though the church name is Judah International, we don't expect Liberians in Indiana to act like Judah to betray the assembly. we don't expect Liberians in Indiana to betray the assembly. Yeah, go ahead. Let's speak on why you.
Yes, under one roof to worship and give God thanks for our community and as a nation, Mr. Julius Parker. Thank you for such initiative. To bring Liberians together in unity, to join hands together and worship together in unity. To tell God thank you with all that we have gone through as a community, with all that we have gone through as a nation, to come and seek the face of God together in unity. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. So, what will be done differently this time around during the unity service this year? Because I know every year the Liberian Association, in collaboration with the Christian Leaders Association, always have this. Is there anything that's going to be done differently this year?
A big part of in fact, this program is mainly planned by the pastors. Although they are once when they are done planning it, they're gonna share the information with us. I mean the leadership to see the whole activities on that day. Um, I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be if there's gonna be any big difference in terms of the activities. I know we are going to have the mass choir performing,
Great.
which we already every year we always have the mass choir. But it's just a time to come together as a community, as one body, as one people, and just praise God together. To just uplift the name of the Lord, and to tell Him thanks for everything that He's been doing for us, from this year up to this point, and also asking Him for protection and mercy and grace for the months and years to come. And so I just want to encourage everybody. Once you're a Liberian, please come out and let us worship God together.
Thank you. Once you are Liberian, come, let us worship God together. You know, um, thank you so much, Mr. Judas Parker, President. Ladies and gentlemen, in studio with us here today is Mr. Julius Parker, the president of the Liberian Associations of Indiana. You are listening to him. He giving us the rundown of the July 26 activities this year. So please help us share the show, and come and listen to your president. Your president is in studio giving you an update and also the rundown of the activities for this year, July 26 program. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, if you can permit me, please let me play this jingle very fast before we proceed to the next segment of this edition, please.
Liberia Association of Indiana presents Liberia's 177th Independence Day celebration with a series of exciting events. First up, Park Days on Saturday, July 27, 2024 at 1 p.m. at Central Park, 8400 North County Line Road, Kembe, Indianapolis 46113. Enjoy food and drinks on sale, soccer and kickball matches, a bounce house, and more. Then on Sunday, July 28, 2024 at 10 a.m., Join us for Thanksgiving Day at Judah International Evangelistic Ministry, 431 E. Hanan Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46227. Let's give thanks to God for our community and its people. And don't miss the big event, the Independence Ball, on Saturday, August 10, 2024 at 8 p.m. at Flipstar Entertainment, 56260 Crawfordville Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46224. Admission is $30 for single and $50 for couple. For more information about the event, contact the Liberia Association of Indiana Financial Secretary Fatima Fambule at 317-701-5043 or Patient Canibe, Ways and Means Co-Chair at 317-746-3554. Don't miss this special Independence Day celebration organized by the Liberian Association of Indiana. It promises to be entertaining, fascinating, and fun. If anyone asks you who gave you the good news, tell them the president of Liberian Association of Indiana, His Excellency Julius Parker, told you. See you there.
Yes, that's our patriots, the patriots and Liberians who always follow us in Indiana. A young man, very energetic, very enthusiastic, very a young man who want to see good things happen in the diaspora community. Voluntarily did the jungle for the Liberian community. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Jeremiah Moba, for this initiative. The Mr. Judas Parker. So Mr. Jeremiah Moba did this.
I want to say thanks to Mr. Jeremiah Mulba. I know he always follows us. He always follows our politics in our community, and he's one young man that I always admire his work. So I want to use this occasion to say thank you for putting that together for our community. One thing I almost forgot. Thank God that I just remembered. Um, it's we have t-shirts on sale. We have t-shirts on sale, and the t-shirts are going for $15 a piece and two for $25. We are encouraging everyone. The t-shirts are going out really fast, and we are asking everyone to please put in your order. We want everyone to be at least to wear the t-shirt during the park day. So on Saturday, July 27, which is next Saturday, we want to see all of you in your t-shirts. So please try to contact our financial secretary. If you want a t-shirt, please put in your order and we'll make sure we have the t-shirts available. I know other people already pre-ordered. Yeah, I still have your t-shirts. So if you did reach out to any member of the executive, your t-shirts will be available.
All right, Mr. Chairman,
Thank you very much.
over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Jeremiah Moba. Jeremiah Moba, you are fastly growing into this community. Pretty soon, we'll be giving you a honorable membership. Even though you are not here, we'll give you a membership that you will be part of LAI, and you'll be into our chat room pretty soon. Or we don't know. Okay, let me not start to make the decision before before the community the chat room started going up again and people start saying stuff again. Joseph making decision. Oh my goodness.
I know.
But yeah, that's my opinion. My opinion is Jeremiah Moba should be a honorable member of our community. He's doing a good job. Excellent. Matter of fact, he did that without pay. That's voluntary. Mr. President, we talk about a little bit about the park, we talk about the vendors, we talk about some activities involving money. So let's talk about how we're going to pay all this. Is it just going to be through the financial secretary, or we got to call the Ways and Means for vendor table, or we just send our cash app and we indicate that?
No. Let me just clarify this. All vendors If you want to sell at the park, you make your payment to Patience Cannabis. The information is out there on the flyer. So patient will be the one taking down your names and recording whatever food item you want to sell. And payments could she'll be receiving your payment. Now for t-shirts payments will be made to the financial secretary, Ms. Fatima Famole. And if you want to and for the ball on August 10th, all payments will be made at the door to Miss Fatima Family. All right. And as the announcement rightly said, single admission fees for single is $30 and for couple is $50.
Thank you very much. So, vendors, Park Day, Patient Carnival,
Correct.
T-shirt, Fatima Family, ball, we are going to pay at the door.
Correct.
So there's not going to be no pre-sale ticket. Everything
No
at the
pre-sale
door.
ticket. Everything at the door.
Okay. Well, you hear it here, right here from the president's mouth. T-shirt, Fatima Family, entrance at the ball that day, no pre-sale ticket. Go out there and pay a couple's 50, single 30, t-shirt $15, single $25 a pair. And put in your order for the t-shirt. You can put in your order now. The t-shirt, they are selling them very fast. This thing is going very fast. It's like a hard commodity. You got to go and put in for your t-shirt. It's going very fast. They want you to be like real represented out there. Even if you are not coming, just get the t-shirt to support the administration, support the organization in general. Let me just not say the administration. This is the organization. Because the thing is, the money will go over. If Mr. Parker is not in office, you guys better believe you're going to get the balance that's going to roll over. A balance roll over from Alvin to Mr. Tati,
Yep.
Mr. Tati to Mr. Parker. So it's just going to keep rolling over from Mr. Parker to bucket ticket free roll. Whoever wants to is a drum roll. I don't know if the president intends to run. Or if we are going to be calling for the president to step aside like the Democrats are doing Joe Biden, and then the president is going to anoint somebody or younger, because when people start to tell you to step aside, then you got to anoint and you got to put your blessing behind somebody.
We'll coronate.
Yeah, we'll do so. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free. Joseph Sede is not going to be part of blessing. I don't want to put my basket on the president. I'm not. I'm out of that. I cannot put itself in a place that I'm too busy for that. So you guys can breathe. Sure, you guys can breathe. So my name can rest a little bit. But whosoever the president will try to pull forward, we will, as a community, try to vet them if it's good, and then we'll move forward. But it's all for our community. So let's talk about the ball a little bit. August 10th, a few weeks after the park activity, the ball.
So the ball is going to be exactly 2 weeks after the park activity.
Is there a dress code? Nobody coming with saggy pants.
Just we encourage formal wear. Okay, you can be in your best of African, your best tuxedo, but it's going to be an elaborate event, and so we encourage people to I hate to restrict people what to wear, but we encourage people to be formally dressed.
That's the right way to say it. Encourage. Yeah. Encourage
So
people to be formally dressed.
And that day we're gonna have guest artists, a local Liberian artist will be performing.
Okay.
And so and also we're gonna have our own DJ Sleazy in the house, and our MC, our own David Gurley will be our MC for the night.
Okay.
And so there will be lots of fun, lots of activities that
You
night.
have a guest speaker for that night?
We do have a keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker is our own Dr. Ayi Blimi. Dr. Ayi Blimi will serve as our keynote speaker. Okay,
Wow,
this
that's
time
great.
this is somebody from our own community here, and we are not going to import anybody. We decide not to bring anybody from out of state. We're going to use one of, because look, this community, we have a lot of people with potentials that we can use, and and so this administration thought it wise to use one of our own this year to serve as our keynote speaker. So Dr. Bliming, Dr. Ayi Bliming is going to serve as our keynote speaker.
Absolutely. Very important pick, a very important decision. We have strong belief that Ayi can do the job, and she will do it. She's a good leader too. You know, the thing about Ayi is, like, Ayi was the one that was leading the Constitutional Review Committee. So she has that leadership ability in her as well. So it's going to be a very good night, and we look forward to it. That we'll all come out there. We'll all come out there and let's celebrate August the 10th. Let's go out there and celebrate our community together. This is for us as Liberians in Indiana. Let's go out there. Let's listen and let's celebrate, and let's just have fun. Let's put aside the politics and the differences. The thing about it is, we cannot go forward faster if we are not going together. Individually, we can all do our own thing, but we should all appreciate the uniqueness and the blessing that come with unity. And this is why we are calling for as a community for 177 years, Liberia, independence. I'm not sure, or we can point to something that would tell us that we have been in business for that long. If it's a business, let's look at this. If it was a business, we'll be looking at a business that is solid for 177 years. Solid. But we can all start from our small community, individually, our little small groups. So let's start from Liberians in Indiana. Liberians in Indiana, we are appealing to you. We are asking you guys. The president is here. The president already wrote down. Is that why? That's the way they should be calling people to? Who should they call if there's a need for them to ask for more information? Should they call your line, the vice president line, the Ways and Means?
Well, the Ways and Means is actually spearheading this whole thing. So, Mistress Sabah Soso Chair, or you might want to contact the co-chair, Ms. Patient Canterbury. These are two strong and powerful ladies in our community, who are heading that committee, and they are doing they've been doing extremely well so far in terms of planning. I'm always on the backs, calling them, checking on them to make sure that things are in order. And from what I see, I think we're going to have a successful event.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if you mind, this is the people president. If you mind, we can open the line. We can open the line for the people to engage their president. This is the people president. The people overwhelmingly elected this honorable man to lead the affair of the people of Indiana, the Liberian people of Indiana. So when he appeared like that in public, that gave them the opportunity to engage their president. So if you mind, after this commercial, the little commercial, we can open the line for the people to engage their president.
Please tell them in the Vera chat room, tell them that the lines are open. While we play this commercial, please allow them to know the lines are open. In the Vera chat room, 765-343-3874. 765-343-3874. Let's go.
The Liberia Association of Indiana presents Liberia's 177 Independence Day celebration with a series of exciting events. First up, Park Days on Saturday, July 27, 2024 at 1 p.m. at Central Park, 8400 North County Line Road, Kembe, Indianapolis 46113. Enjoy food and drinks on sale, soccer and kickball matches, a bounce house, and more. Then on Sunday, July 28, 2024 at 10 a.m., join us for Thanksgiving Day at Judah International Evangelistic Ministry, 431 E. Hanan Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana 46227. Let's give thanks to God for our community and its people. And don't miss the big event, the Independence Ball, on Saturday, August 10, 2024 at 8 p.m. at Flipstar Entertainment, 56260 Crawfordville Road, Indianapolis, Indiana 46224. Admission is $30 United States dollars for single and $50 United States dollars for couple. For more information about the events, contact the Liberia Association of Indiana Financial Secretary Fatima Fambule at 317-701-5043 or Patient Canibe, Ways and Means Co-Chair at 317-746-3554. Don't miss this special Independence Day celebration organized by the Liberia Association of Indiana. It promises to be entertaining, fascinating, and fun. If anyone asks you who gave you the good news, tell them the president of Liberian Association of Indiana, His Excellency Julius Parker, told you. See you there.
People of doing wrong, all we have to do is join hands and sing this song.
343-765-343-3874. 765-343-3874. Let's talk to your president, Liberian Association of Indiana. Liberians living and residing in Indiana. Liberians in Indiana, talk to your president, 765-343-3874. Talk to President Julius Parker. He's right here, listening to you, ready to talk to you, and ready to answer your question. He's your president for another 1.5 years. Until then, you have to respect the office, or you have to go with the flow. That's life. The Bible says we should give honor and respect to those in charge. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. But Jan can verify that if he wants to. But it's in the Bible. Yeah, the thing about me, man. I will tell you, I read the Bible. I'm a religious person, you know. So if I give you stuff, if I tell you it's in the Bible, it's there. I just don't have a church to be preaching from yet. But I read the Bible very, very good, religiously. Mr. Parker. So let's talk about the plan. Now we are talking about Independence Day a little bit. 1.5 years left to go. What are some of the things you are thinking on going forward as president? We know that we cannot long dwell on what's behind us. Unfortunately for us, we went through challenges, went through difficult times, and at the center of the difficult times and things we went through is the person who's supposed to wrap his hands around us. We were wrapping our hands around him. That is no easy feat. That's not an easy thing for any leader to go through, because when a community is broken, when a community is shaking, a community is mourning, we look forward to leadership.
All right, Mr. President, before you answer that question, I got a caller on the line. Please let her take this caller. It's an international caller, so let's see what he have to say. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jeremiah Moba, and I call from Monrovia, Liberia.
Good afternoon, good evening to you, Mr. Jeremiah Moba. Good having you here.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on this hour. I'm following the president, and let me say kudos to all of you on the platform this hour, ensuring that you can create awareness as it relates to our country's 177 Independence Day. Like I always say, these are things people back home in Liberia, as we speak. We have our little MP3 that is on the loudspeaker, because usually when the show is on, we have some Liberians that come around to sit and listen, because the show is always analytical, it's always balanced, the kind of information you provide. So I have with me several young folks who are around the speaker and monitoring the show from the start to the end. We want to say thanks to all of you who continue to sacrifice that in Indiana, ensuring that you can put your country first. So once again, I want to say thank you, Mr. President. Your leadership is one of the best. We are seeing your workings. I want to encourage you to be focused. Don't get distracted. Always, keep your eye on the goal. And we are back home. Liberians are back home praying for all of you. We just want to wish all of you there a successful Independence Day celebration. The host of the show, want to say thank you to every one of you there in Indiana for the support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mulba. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mulba. Thank you very much for sharing the show with the people in your community and neighborhood. And thank you all for taking out your time on the Saturday to think of us. Yeah, Mr. President, I was saying 1 year, 6 months left. Usually, community is going through crisis and dealing with difficult times, so we look forward to our leaders. Unfortunately for our community, the crisis and difficult times we have been going through, we wrap our hand around our leader because he was at the center of the difficult times we have been through. And what is true that we cannot ask God why, and we cannot long dwell on the past. There are some things that will remain with us for the rest of our life. Again, we said you're always in our thoughts and prayers. 1 year, 6 months to go. What are some of the things you have left? And if there's still more in the tank for this community, because life has dealt you a heavy hand. And that's a hand that you have to deal with for the rest of your life. So why can't we look forward to for 1 year, 6 months?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sule. First of all, I want to say I would be remiss if I don't say a big thank you to this community for rallying around my family during our darkest period, our time of bereavement. A community stood with us and by us every step of the way. And for that, we remain eternally grateful to this community. I may have not, had the opportunity to talk to everybody individually, uh, but I just want to use this platform to say to this community, to say a big, big thank you on behalf of my family. Um, yes, when we took office, we had big plans, we had big vision for our community until we were faced with the unforeseen, and that really caused us a big setback. Notwithstanding, as I said earlier, we are not going to be deterred by the 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 difficulties or the blows that we were faced with, we will still continue the pieces. We will continue to pick. We'll pick up the pieces and continue from where we started. From where we left it. Some of the things that we want to implement and we are currently working on is our website. Um, I want to assure the community that the website that we've been working on, we've been talking about, will be up and running before the end of this year. I have a team that is currently working on that, and so um, we will have that up and running before the end of this year. One other thing that we hope to accomplish before the end of our term is we want to revisit the Constitution. There is a Constitution that was already worked on. President Rufus Tati constituted a committee to review the 2012 Constitution. That work was completed, um, and so we have that Constitution in place. I think it is the 2021, Mr. Silly, 2021 Constitution, correct? Because I remember Mr. Silly was on that committee. Now, my thing is, instead of going to reinvent the wheels, we can take a look at that particular constitution. Now, what needs to be, because things have evolved over the years. From that time up to now, things have evolved. So rather than going back to say, oh, let's try to, you know, uh, uh, redo the 2012 Constitution, I think it makes enough sense to revisit the 2021 Constitution. And if there's any amendment, if there's anything that needs to be changed, we can go ahead and change it. Because look, let credit be given to whom credit is due. Work was done by a committee. We cannot just trash that work that was done by the committee, but we can still revisit that work and see what needs to be amended or corrected. So that is the approach I want to take. And so in the next in the coming months or so, I will be putting a committee together to see if they can take a look at that particular. Now, here is the thing. I know that particular constitution it was never adopted. It was never adopted. So what we can do as a body, as an assembly, is to see if we can put that constitution on the floor. You know, and if the assembly decides to adapt it, then we can go from there and see if we can make, if there's any amendment that can be made before the adoption. But that is the approach I want to take rather than going to reinvent the wheels. So the Constitution is very important. Too many times we've had elections in this community, and our elections end up in chaos. Okay, it's because of the too many loopholes in the Constitution. So those loopholes, I mean, obviously we cannot fix everything, but we can try to amend them to the point where at least it can bring us some sense of sanity after elections. And so that is the approach I want to take. So and the biggest thing, one of the biggest my biggest objective as a president is this whole issue. I am still very optimistic that we can make that happen, even if the whole cannot be that if that promise cannot be implemented, or that it cannot be accomplished under this administration. At least we can start something. All right, we can start something so that the next leadership can pick up the pieces from where we started. And so those are the things that I hope that by the end of this administration will be able to accomplish. Those are some of the things I should say.
Thank you very much. You do Thank you very much. You did well. You listed important things. Like you said, we cannot reinvent the wheels on the Constitution, but there's a need for us to have a Constitution that is, people will say, up to date. All right, because the community, the one we have now, the community grew over the years. It's been over a decade now. Uh, Maybe the one we had back then applied to a certain group or a certain amount or a certain number, and there's some loopholes in there we need to really fix. The one that was worked on, this very community too contributed to that one that was worked on.
Right.
Because it came before the community a few times. The process was done. There was a survey out there. Community input. We got a input from the community. We included it into the constitution, and there's still need for us to include more things. But you got to go back to the community again, and
Right.
for us to work on some of those loopholes and amend them, and then we can try to get something that will at least take us through another decade. Our life is a process, and that as you go about things, you got to keep refining them. You got to keep adjusting. You got to keep making changes, and because that's life in general. I mean, I'm pretty certain that in the 1800s or the early 1900s, people are not talking about technology and using banks and all those stuff where you can cash app and everything. But as we move on in life, there's a need for us to move along with the changing times. And so that constitution needs to be adjusted. Uh, Again, well, like you said, you are a strong man. Prayers to you and your family always, and prayers to everyone in the community that are dealing with a broken heart, uh, that are going through this heavy pain of grief. Uh, Especially quite recently, Pastor Samuel Lord and his family, they are dealing with what they are dealing with right now. Our condolences to them as well. But
Mhm.
thank you for not giving up on what you signed up for. Not many people can do this after what you've been through. And though it's political at times for people to chastise you or say things, but we know that you always try to do what's best for this community and what's in the best interest of this community. And for that, we say thank you. Say thank you for that. So, yeah, is there anything you are looking forward to for the next 1 year, 6 months? Uh, because I mean, you are a very important part of this community now. You're a ULA representative, and hopefully, maybe you might be hanging up your boots from ULA and coming back to the community to or take an even better role. I mean, it's not breaking news because I mean, the winds out there, they are blowing already with your name all over the place. I don't even know that, like, whatever.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
east, to the west, to the south, to the north. I'm just hearing Yan name all over the place. So, Yan, tell us what you're looking for the next 1 year, 6 months in this industry.
you know, it take a lot of resilience to do what the president is doing. You know, you will not feel what the president is feeling unless you are in that seat. We don't pray that any of us sit in the seat that the president is sitting in. You know, as a community, the world community mean when something happens, we all come together as one people to handle that issues. And again, I want to say we are in a better community, and our community have been, supportive in most of the things that have been going on. For the president, within a short period of time, to take his time to come, and still render his energies, his effort to run the affairs of this community is remarkable. I look for such resilience, and I want to rub such a grace. I want that grace to rub on me to become a very resilient person that he is today. However, to answer your question, we are encouraging. What I want to see is I want to see more people getting involved with the affairs of the community. You know, time for politics, we can play politics. This community, people from Kentucky will not come make our community better. Only the people of Indiana will make the Indiana Liberian community better. We can make all the yo-yo noise, but at the end of the day, we should always render our 1 hour, 2 hour to the area that we all love, that we're making the yo-yo for. So in the next years to come, I'm hoping, it is my fervent prayer that young people, especially of this community, will put their personal differences aside and render their support to make the community the way they want to see the community, is. So I'm encouraging all of my peers, all of my brothers and sisters out there. Let us come together and make our community active the way we want it to be. It will not help us when we sit here and continuously, comparing our community to other community. And you see Minnesota, and you see Rhode Island, and you see Ohio. Ohio did that because it was a collective effort. We can do that and even surpass what Ohio have done, when we come together and work together, as one people for the common goals of our association. So what I want to see in the upcoming year is to see more involvement, especially from the young community that we are in today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. President. We don't want to hold you too long. Family is important on the Saturday. Family is important on the Saturday, and we know that you still have a lot of fatherly duty and husbandly duty, and to be a husband and to be a father on a Saturday or on a weekend. I don't know. Yam know about the husband duty and the father duty. Me, I only know about the father duty. I don't know about the husband duty. And someday I will get to know about the husband duty. But for now, I'm still trying to master the father duty. And my people are here with me, so I'm here with them. So we'll not hold you too long, but we'll be wrapping this thing very shortly. We'll allow you to go to give your parting statement, your closing statement. And Jan, do you want to go first or you want to go last? If whatever you want to do.
Mr. Parker can go. I can go, no problem.
I mean, I can go after you. Except you tired, you want to go, but I can go after Mr. Parker because
that's fine. That's
I
fine.
mean, you've been on vacation, my man. Okay. You can stay longer.
That's fine. Yeah.
After the president, I will go after the president, but I will allow the president to give his parting statement. It has been a pleasure hanging out with you. Let's do this at least quite often. We know you have been away. You are not a man that is afraid of engaging your community. That's the thing of people. I told people before you close, Mr. Parker, allow me to talk 1 minute or 2 minutes before. I told people before you close, people don't understand leadership. There's so many ways to it, and there's so many styles of leadership. Before you even became president for this community, I told people that man was my leader when I was taking classes and I was still working at 10 grand. That man was the manager. Two Liberians. Matter of fact, I was fortunate enough to have 2 Liberians. You and my uncle, Father Benny Bina, that I respect and love so much. I've never seen a very good and humble soul. Uncle Father Benny Bina. I don't think you cannot have, and his own leadership is different from yours. But I watch you both at 10 grand, and as a young man, I really did admire you guys. I felt safe working over there before I left, and that's good thing for people, for you to be in that area and showing leadership, and then you came to your community, and then it became a little bit different. But again, a professional or leadership in management and whatever is actually different from politics. Politics is messy, whether it's in a little, even if it's in your household, it's in your community, on the national scene, it's always messy. But you have handled it well. So we say kudos to you. Keep doing what you are doing. And I will leave you with this before you give your closing statement. Your steps will be criticized by people who are sitting. That's what I will leave you with. Your steps will be criticized by people who are sitting because they have enough time on their hand to watch how you walk. Until they can walk like you, talk like you, and deal with what you are dealing with, keep on walking, Mr. President. You can go ahead.
Well, thank you. As you rightly said, leadership styles are different, and some of us we are not loud talkers, and we are slow to speak, and so sometimes people perceive that as a sign of weakness, but no, that's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. So as a leader, don't be too quick to speak. You should be the last to speak in the room, and so I've always maintained that style of leadership, and I hope to continue it as long as I am president of this association. Um, to close, I just want to say thank you again, gentlemen, to Open Table for this opportunity. I've always believed in the potential of the young people. That was one of the things, that was one of the reasons that really motivated me to run as president of this community. You know, for too long, we have had our elders taking up leadership in our community, and I feel very strongly that the young people is about time to give them the opportunity. And so, when I took over leadership, I decided to bring on board all the young people that I knew, that could help shape the trajectory of this association. And if you can all bear me witness, look at this administration. They are all full of young people. It's because I believe in the young people. I believe in the great potential and the great talents of the young people. Look, a few years from now, the elders, will be looking up to all the young people for leadership. So now is the time. Now is the time. The young people need to step up and be serious to take up leadership. If you can't do it, who's going to do it for you? When we first moved in this community, the elders that we all call elders today, you could see them at functions, at occasions, taking up leadership. But they are old, they are retired. They don't have the energy anymore. And so, I mean, that's how life is. Life is a transition. And so now is the time for all of you young people who call yourself young people. Now is the time to get involved. So I want to encourage you, I want to admonish you. Please don't be don't get carried away by anything. Look, aside from politics, you should always love your community. Put community first. And so I just want to encourage you. Get on board, get involved, and try to commit your time. Volunteer. This is all about volunteering service. Volunteer to your community. You know, take up the initiative. Find committees. We have other committees that are looking for membership. We have the cultural, religious, and education committee. headed by Mr. Savasi Domba. We have the Membership and Welfare Committee. We are looking for people to work. Okay? Now, if you can't do it, who's going to do it? So please, we are encouraging the young people. And lastly, to close, again, with our upcoming independence celebration, I ask that you all come up, show up, and try to support this organization so that we can all have a successful independence celebration. Celebrating our country's independence, 177th independence, is something that we all need to be proud of. And let us all come and lift our country's flag high and just celebrate Mama Liberia. So thank you. I look forward to seeing all of you next week, Saturday at the park. And also, I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Come to the Thanksgiving service at Judah International Ministries. And the big day on August the 10th, come, let us all have fun. And that day, I can guarantee it's going to be fun. We're going to have complimentary food, but drinks will be on sale. Now, don't ask me how much the Ways and Means chair will, she is coordinating everything. So she will be the best person to answer that question when the time comes. But food will be free. That I can tell you for free. So let us all come and just celebrate our country's independence. I want to thank you again for this opportunity, and I look forward to many more engagements, in the weeks and months to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much, and thank you very much. You said you spoke well. You said a lot, and
Quiet.
and that's important. I mean, I don't have much to say. Again, we are the leaders of tomorrow. You indicated that, and we should always find a way to serve our community. We are, as individuals or as Liberians, we have something unique in us. Leadership or whatever it is, we can contribute, and we should always find that in us to contribute to our community and to contribute to Liberia. We tell you thank you for your administration, and thank you to you and all the other elders in Indiana who help us on a daily basis, who keep us on track, who tell us where to step, who frown on us when there's a need to frown on us, and who going to uplift us when there's a need to uplift us. We tell you guys thank you, and we are watching you guys, and it's always a great thing to talk to people who have been there before you. You can always learn from them. So we tell you thank you, and we wish you well for the remainder of your time in office. We know that you are going to keep leading this community upright as a good and humble man that you are. And this community is going to enjoy and benefit from all that you will offer it. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can go ahead.
It's your day.
The Liberia Association of Indiana presents Liberia's 177 Independence Day celebration with a series of exciting events. First up, Park Days on Saturday, July 27, 2024 at 1 p.m. at Central Park, 8400 North County Line Road, Kembe, Indianapolis, 46113. Enjoy food and drinks on sale, soccer and kickball matches, a bounce house, and more. Then on Sunday, July 28, 2024 at 10 a.m., join us for Thanksgiving Day at Judah International Evangelistic Ministry, 431 E. Hannan Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46227. Let's give thanks to God for our community and its people. And don't miss the big event, the Independence Ball, on Saturday, August 10, 2024 at 8 p.m. at Flipstar Entertainment, 56260 Crawfordville Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46224. Admission is $30 United States dollars for single and $50 United States dollars for couple. For more information about the events, contact the Liberia Association of Indiana Financial Secretary Fatima Fambule at 317-701-5043 or Patient Canibe, Ways and Means Co-Chair at 317-746-3554. Don't miss this special Independence Day celebration organized by the Liberia Association of Indiana. It promises to be entertaining, fascinating, and fun. If anyone asks you who gave you the good news, tell them the president of Liberian Association of Indiana, His Excellency Julius Parker, told you. See you there.
People of doing wrong, all we have to do is join hands and sing this song. We are free, Liberia, we are free. Oh, we are free.
Thank you for every one of us. And he's blessed with a good voice for radio. He's blessed with a good voice for radio. He's blessed with a good voice for media. Blessed with a good voice. Then thank you for every one of us. And thank you on behalf of the Liberia Association. Go ahead, Mr. Young.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable President, for being on here. It is a privilege to always share this platform with you, and to all Liberians on our voice today. We encourage you all, like the President said. I'm adding my voice to the President, to the voice of the President. We encourage you all to attend the July 26th activities that have been planned by the association. Come out, let's enjoy ourselves. Let us come under the banners of unity, under the banners of peace, under the banners of community service. Let us, engage one another positively and make an impact in the lives of one another. Let us come up this coming Saturday, July 27th. Let us celebrate our 177 independence, and as a community, let us come out together. It is always good that we all come together. Especially one thing that I always enjoy in this community is the unity service. The unity service, when it always excites me to see all Liberians, under one roof, worshiping God, seeking the face of God. It can be so exciting. There are some people that you are not seeing for some time. You will find them there. You will shake hand, rub shoulder, talk the old time talk. And just catch up. And just things will just be fine. Things always fine when we come together. We encourage you all to come out and celebrate together. Thank you, Honorable President, and thank you, Honorable Chairman, for always holding it down. The mighty fisherman grandson.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much again. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Saturday, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're from. We say thank you. I'll see you Monday. G-Man's Place will be here. G-Man's Place will be here Monday. The topic will be out shortly. You guys can join G-Man, and she will be at 7:30 Monday, 7:30 p.m. Until then, tell the people you love how much you love them. Mr. President, yeah, have a good Saturday.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye-bye.